we've begun the story of the demon king Bali. And he's an incredibly powerful king, but he's fed up with the daily routine. In fact, it could be said he's entered into the same state as we found Prince Rama at the beginning of the Yoga Vasishta. It's a state of dispassion, and this dispassion arises when you realise that you're doing the same thing every day, and what's it all about? What's the point of it all? This dispassion generally arises naturally, if you've got any intelligence at all, that is. But eventually it's something which becomes cultivated. We reinforce our dispassion. But more of that later. Virocana is now talking to his son Bali and giving him the spiritual teachings. And this basically, we've just got another dialogue here between two other beings, Virocana and Bali, which is no different to the dialogue we've been having between Vasishta and Ram. So you wonder, why are we just putting it into this different context? It's not even really a story. It's called the story of the demon king Bali, but it's not a story, it's just another dialogue. And I think it's stressing the importance of these teachings by putting them onto this supernatural level, that even these huge, powerful beings of otherworldly dimensions and abilities are longing for this teaching. So let's see what Virocana said to Bali. My son, there is a vast realm, wide enough to engulf the three worlds. In it there are no lakes, no oceans, no mountains, no forests, no rivers, no earth, no sky, no winds, no moon, no gods, no demons, no demigods, no vegetation, no heaven, no high and low, no words. Not me, nor the gods like Vishnu. Only one is there, and that is the Supreme Light. He is omnipotent, omnipresent, he is all, and he remains silent, as if inactive. I could describe this as a she as well. The male pronoun he is used, but it could be a she, and somehow I think she might be more appropriate. Prompted by him, the king, his minister, does everything. What has not been, he brings about, and what is, he alters. This minister is incapable of enjoying anything, nor does he know anything. Though ignorant and insentient, he does everything for the sake of his master, the king. The king remains alone, established in peace. So we're hearing about this realm. Although vast enough to encompass everything, it doesn't have anything in it. And it is the Supreme Light. It's saying that there's only one there, and it's the Supreme Light. But there'll be no difference between the realm here and the Supreme Light. And this realm has a minister. So it's clear that this realm is Brahman, and the minister is that aspect of Brahman, that aspect of consciousness which engages in conceptualisation. The cognitive process, in other words. Bali asked, Father, what is that realm which is free from psychosomatic illnesses? Who is that minister and who is that king? The story is wonderful and unheard of. Kindly explain all this to me in detail. And here we have it pointed out that the sorrow, being free from sorrow that we often hear about, is to be free from psychosomatic illnesses. Again, one of the ways in which the spiritual romanticists can get carried away with is somehow we're negating all pain whatsoever, we're transforming all pain whatsoever. But it's really to do with psychosomatic stuff. It's pain brought on by psychological issues, by our own understanding about things, by our own notions about things, by our own cognitive process. Virocana replied, "All the gods and demons put together, and even a force many times their strength, cannot even challenge the minister. He is not Indra, the king of the gods, nor the god of death, nor the god of wealth, nor a god, nor a demon, whom you can easily conquer. Though it is believed that the god Vishnu killed the demons, it was indeed this minister who destroyed them. In fact, even the gods like Vishnu were overpowered by him and made to take birth here. Cupid derives his power from this minister." This is the power of love. "Anger derives its power from him too. It is because of his wish that there is unceasing conflict between good and evil here. This minister can only be defeated by his own master, the king, by no one else. When, in due course of time, there arises such a wish in the heart of the king, this minister can be easily defeated." This is when awareness stumbles upon itself. Awareness, rather than being caught up in the cognitive process, suddenly realizes its own nature, and the cognitive process is bypassed. When in due course of time there arises such a wish in the heart of the king, this minister can be easily defeated. He is the most powerful in all the three worlds, and the three worlds are but his exhalation. If you have the ability to conquer him, then indeed you are a hero. When the minister arises, the three worlds are manifested, even as the lotus blossoms when the sun rises. When he retires, the three worlds become dormant. If you can conquer him, with your mind utterly one-pointed and completely free of delusion and ignorance, then you are a hero. If he is conquered, then all the worlds and everything in them are conquered. If he is not conquered, then nothing is conquered, even if you think you have conquered this or that in this world. Hence, my son, in order to attain absolute perfection and eternal bliss, strive with all your might, and in every possible manner, whatever be the difficulties and obstacles, to conquer that minister.